Hello there, Internet. Mogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And yeah, remember when I said Yasuo was not viable and was redundant as a card? Well, today we're gonna play some Yasuo because I am really fucking stubborn and I want to make this champion work. So I designed a new deck around him. It does not have Katarina. In fact, it has no other champion but Yasuo, as you can tell right here. And the idea of this deck is I figured, okay, what attempts have I made at Yasuo, and most people have made at Yasuo in the past and don't work generally? Well, these tempo sort of stun mid-rangey lists, right, that try to play a bunch of creatures early on and try to use stuns to apply pressure and finish off the opponent quickly. Ultimately, I realized that Yasuo doesn't really contribute anything to those sorts of decks, and that archetype in general, when it comes to my perspective or my approach on it, eventually evolved into the Katarina stun battering ram deck that I've showcased on this channel a few times, right? One of my favorite decks in Runeterra, by the way, and I think I've been very vocal about that. But I wanted to go back to Yasuo and be like, okay, there has to be some utility to him. So what can we do different? How can we actually make him work and make a deck that in which he is the identity and he actually is useful? And this is my take. It is a greedy stun. I would say mid-range list, but it's a very greedy kind of like control deck, right? As you can see, we have a pretty heavy late game curve here comprised of Legion Generals, full set of Minotaur Reckoner, a full set of Yone, and the one-off of Mina Swiftfoot, which could potentially even be a 2-of in this deck, as you know, I could potentially optimize it later down the line. So the idea with this particular build is we're going to be using the Green Glade Lookout to reduce the cost of these big boy late game bombs so that we can play them a little bit earlier and also have a strong deck with heavy backup with Deny and Spirit's Refuge. Spirit's Refuge onto Yasuo can lead to some massive healing, as if you've Spirit's Refuge and then you start stunning things, you will be gaining health back for each time Yasuo strikes, which is pretty damn neat. And Deny backup to make sure that our big boy stun plays in the late game do not get countered in any sort of way, like opposing denies, Will of Ionias, vengeances, etc., right? So the idea is that our early game is comprised of just 2 different 2-drops, a full set of each, with Fae Blade Twirler, and like I said, the Green Glade Lookout. The reason why we're still playing Fae is because she still benefits tremendously from our stun effects, especially from the likes of Intimidating Roar, which we are playing as a 3-of as well. And as we go on, we have Arachnoid Sentry as Shadow Assassin for card draw, triple Steel Tempest, alongside a one-off of Might, which could be pretty reliable as a finisher in certain scenarios, but only as a one-off for very, niche situations. And then triple Will of Ionia as we, curve out into our monster curve here. So, as you can see, our curve is pretty heavy right here in 3, especially in 4 mana. And the way this deck works is it tries to capitalize on other mid-range decks and also non-ruination based control decks, as well as we can basically overwhelm decks with our big beefy creatures and just kind of out-muscle them and bully them in the late game. Minotaur Reckoner really helps that. A full set of Minotaur Reckoner is actually really neat because we were able to stack them multiple times, and these effects become amazing with a leveled up Yasuo on the board. And like I said, Intimidating Roar full set because this is the main reason to play Yasuo. Yasuo with Intimidating Roar is bonkers, and it's the one basically it's the saving grace for this champion. It's its redeeming quality, the ability to wipe out an opposing board with an Intimidating Roar that can also buff up Fae Blade Twirler to ridiculous levels as well. And so we have a much slower approach, but thanks to Spirit's Refuge, we have the ability to gain back up all of our life that we've lost against more aggressive lineups. And we have a very interesting deck right here that actually has been doing really well. Like, I have a very positive win rate with this, and I recorded a live session with this deck in top 100's Masters rank. So you guys can check it out right there, and I think I got some cool games. And I'm not saying this deck is perfect, I'm not saying this deck is tier 1 by any means, but it is a fun deck, and for the time being, during my testing, it's proving to be viable and able to hang with the top decks out there. So it's promising. Maybe I was wrong about Yasuo after all, and hopefully there's more to it in this. There's also some really neat things right now. Like, for example, Yasuo into Intimidating Roar is a very nice counter to Elnuk, Troop of Elnuk plays, for example. So it's really, really neat. Intimidating Roar also hits Hecarim as well, and the fearsome units and everything, which is fantastic, right? So this card is really good in this metagame. And I don't know, I think the triple deny really does help give us security in our plays and make sure we don't get disrupted. I mean, we're not even vulnerable to like a Ruination deck that much because we have triple deny to counter Ruination. So yeah, I really like this deck. It's a blast to play, and I had a great run with it as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy the matches. Let me know what you think. Hazaki! That's the name. That's the name of the deck. Has a key. Somebody told me that this is a reference to the LoL community and how they reference this, and I actually really like it. So hopefully you guys enjoy Has a Key gameplay. Let me know what you think. Have a soul day. Subscribe for more daily Runeterra content from your favorite fake Brazilian card boy. I'm seriously gonna have to do something about that flag. Like everybody thinks I'm Brazilian. And yeah, I'll stop talking. Have a soul day. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Let's tank our rank, baby. And I forgot to change the background on my board. I'll do that. Miguel, remind yourself. Remember, Miguel, remember to do this after this game. Karma Lux. All right, we're mulligan away you. I'm gonna do a full mulligan here, actually. Even though we have a Shadow Assassin, which is not a bad card to have here, I'd rather do a full move. Okay, we got the it's okay, guys. We have the Green Glade Lookout. Because we have the Green Glade Lookout, everything's gonna be okay. Throw 3. Yeah, we got like we have a very, very beefy hand here, but hopefully we connect. Alright. 8 mana.
The order rewards its fate.
It's all fine, guys. Okay, let's put the mana here. We don't have really any viable plays right now. We're just gonna keep on trying to connect with the Lookout here. Unfortunately, we can't block the elusive unit.
These are dangerous lands.
I will play my part.
I could have gone for Intimidating Roar, but I don't see a reason to go for that right now. I'm gonna go for the attack again.
Yeah, through the trees.
It's too late for you.
Call the reinforcements.
All right, so we got two procs on Minna, which turns her into a big threat. We're gonna go for the Will of Ionia here. Make use of our mana, send that back to his hand, and basically deny the buff.
They cannot strike what they cannot see.
And right now we're gonna start dropping Minotaur Reckoners.
I go unseen.
You pay, I fight.
And now it's all about big beefy units.
The sun is shining.
But I don't know if we will be able to
I thought you'd run.
deal with that specifically. I don't want to attack with the Minotaur Reckoner and have him have like a series of spells here that can really punish me. So I think what I want to do here. Do I want to play another Minotaur Reckoner? I want to see what he does. I'm gonna pass here.
My shield is yours. Demacians protect each other.
And now I think we can go for this. We could play Yone and basically stun these two to go for a full-on attack. Or I think I want to play Minna.
Feet were made for roaming and kicking.
Make use of the fact that she's 2 mana cheaper and get a good hit off here.
Don't you
Nice. Ah, it's karate kicks! And now threaten my opponent with a big attack. That's really big. We also leveled up Yasuo as well. And this is a pretty impactful because our Legion Generals are really beefy right now. So we're just going to try to outmuscle him here.
These are dangerous
This is
lands.
huge. This is huge. Absolutely massive. We get to stun that. And now is, you know, when our Legion Generals are just monstrous. So we could go with a Fey Blade Twirler into a Legion General. And even though, you know, he wants to play... Man, this 7 mana Mina is so... It's actually so good here.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
I'm gonna play you. I don't mind if he attacks. Like, I can actually Steel Tempest him. I see no reason not to.
Let's brighten up their day.
And why not just play another Reckoner?
Anything for the right coin.
Just bully the shit out of him. Just quite simply bully the hell out of him. Oh, you see that?
Stay back, cowards.
Oh man, this Yasuo. This Yasuo. Do I go for him? Because I can Yasuo into Intimidating Roar here, but he can play a Bright Steel Protector here to protect. I think I just go for the open attack now.
Negotiations are over.
I have to. Like right now we're threatening lethal, so he needs like other wills of Ionias and stuff. And he still needs to like he needs to protect Lux as well. Like he's limited in that sense, in the amount of things he can do.
Pushing my limits.
All right. So final spark would be able to clear my Fey Blade Twirler.
No more holding back.
So I think now I could play with another Minotaur Reckoner, but what I want to do is I want to play the Legion General and the Yasuo.
My war host awaits.
So that's a thick boy. And play Yasuo, so I start picking away his board here.
Maybe I do have a future. Follow the wind.
Watch him
your
back. So he did have a Will of Ionia, so even if I dove into that, he would have been able to counter.
Silent as death.
Big blade for a little
I'm
war.
gonna play the Fey Blade Thrower.
Underestimate me. I dare you.
And we may be dropping Yone here.
They cannot strike what they cannot see.
Or he can still counter my. He can still deny my Intimidating Roar here. So I think I'd rather just develop the body.
At last, I have found you. Yone, turn back while you can.
Because if he does choose to deny this, then I have the potential to just go for a full-on, like, a double Intimidating Roar next turn. Nice. Clear his 2 life gainers there.
My path is clear.
Alright.
They cannot hide.
Didn't account for the Emerald Awakener here. Yeah, I probably should have gone for the Intimidating Roar there. I didn't take into account the fact that I could really use Yone here. I could have used Yone aggressively this turn. Now if he has a Karma, things can really get out of hand. If I attack, I can just open attack here though. With this and this.
The blade above all. find enlightenment.
Shine with me.
There's the spark. All right, purify.
Noxus never dies.
He's gonna pass without using the spark. That has to be a huge mistake. I'll take that pass. Like that. I don't think he wanted to do that. I wanted to drop my Minotaur, but I want to keep, if I can keep Yasuo around. Like I was expecting Yasuo to go down there, but the fact that he missed there is absolutely massive. Yeah.
From within. Do not interfere.
I'll trade here.
We're in this together.
I think it's fine.
My with honor wasn't worth both our lives.
I'm gonna play double Feyblade Twirler here, and I'm gonna aim to. I'm gonna preserve my Will of Ionia for a more key moment. I want to start dropping these Minotaurs, and now we do this.
Terrain here is opinion.
Pay or bleed.
Rough technique.
Good
Good
results.
results.
Shadow.
Yeah, these roars aren't really doing anything for us right now.
Pick on some of your own speed.
I'm not sure I want to attack with this just yet. Like I can attack with this, yeah. Like right now, I don't quite have the opening because of this cavalry. So I'd rather ride on the Minotaur Reckoners to pick up his board a little bit, since I do have protection from Spirit's Refuge anyways.
Pick on some of your own
So I'm gonna attack with you. I'm gonna attack with you here. Get a nice hit off on him here.
Heart and mind as one. We'll bring peace to Ionia, whatever the cost.
Anything for the right coin.
Guess that's one way to do it.
We're gonna drop 2 Minotaurs here. We're threatening that karma at the beginning of the turn with Yasuo. As long as we can protect Yasuo. As long as we can protect Yasuo, like that karma will be cleared with double Minotaur Reckoner here. And we have the Spirit's Refuge.
You're covered.
Pass. As long as, you know, yeah, it's dead. She's dead. Has a key. Has a key. Motherfucker. Oh my lord.
Let the light guide you.
I don't know about you, but I think it's time
All will kneel before
to just
Noxus.
drop the big boys.
So,
Oh my god.
Illuminate the enemy.
I gotta be careful with this Lux. I have to respect this threat.
I earned my rank.
Want to see these moves up close?
Yeah, I gotta respect. He could have some sort of like crazy, you know, way to finish off lethal. So I'm gonna block like this. I'll trade the Feyblade Twirler with that, and this guy, this Legion. This guy has seen everything already and then some, so he's been around for a very long time. So he can take a hit from this chick. he can take more than 3 actually. So I will definitely use him as a shield before I use him as a sword here. This is massive because I'm gonna stun his 2 units. I'm gonna blow him back. But I want to hold on to the Spirit's Refuge. Like I'm willing to make this trade here because I still represent just absolute death here.
I won't stand by.
Okay. Gonna use the shield here. Come on, baby. Oh, he's running out of options.
Now who's got the upper hand?
No health gain for him because of the barrier. We pass. We keep this other soul spirit's refuge here. He's thinking.
Cowards.
Pretty useless draw there, but it don't matter. We're going in.
Try to keep up.
Close the distance.
Life and death on a blade's edge.
Good luck, have fun.
I will learn from you.
Oh wait, what is he? What if he has? Oh my god, what if he has a judgment? Oh no, I just realized. But. Not enough. Not enough. The thickness. The thickness, baby. The veteran. Oh my god. Oh, TK, motherfucker. My heart skipped for a second. I forget about judgment so often, man. It's actually crazy. Top 100 with Yasuo, by the way. Top 100 with Yasuo. 100% win rate, guaranteed. Facts. Oh man, yeah. I definitely I forgot about judgment there for a second, but then I did have the Spirit's Refuge, and I mean, a Will of Ionia would have said no to that situation right there, right? But man, a great game to showcase that this greedy version of Yasuo can definitely take it to a late game control deck. Like the fact that we defeated Karma and Lux while they were enlightened and all of their late game power is really impressive. And yeah, Minotaur, absolutely brutal. And Legion veteran, a lifesaver, surviving a fucking 9 power judgment like that. Really, really neat. All right, let's see if we can do that again. Alrighty. This deck has been running around a lot. A streamer went with it's basically a mono Demacia deck with 3 rekindlers, and it can be very menacing for sure. Now we want to drop Yone and a couple of intimidating roars for now, as it is a little bit early for them. As we do find the Green Glade Lookout, which is something that we're always happy to see in our opening hand, and a nice target for it. We saw the value of a turn 7 Mina Swiftfoot last game. If he has no 2-drop to go with here, that's really big for us.
My shield is yours. What have we here?
We're gonna go for the attack immediately. Yeah, that's not a trade that he doesn't want this thing to just continue to get hits off on him.
Shield up.
The question is, he'll waste the prismatic barrier. Okay.
They're here. Sound the alarm.
I still trigger him, the fact that he used that to keep that, that's completely fine by me. I can play the Fae here. No, I can play the Shadow Assassin maybe. Okay, this is important. Next turn I'm gonna have 4 mana. 4 mana. So if I float 2, I'll have 6 mana. Fiora could happen next turn. If Fiora does happen next turn, I could always go for the Intimidating Roar. So I'm gonna go with the Fate Blade Tiller.
For the glory of Demacia.
Oh wow. Okay, so he's gonna draw a Rekindler. So that gives us information here. Am I willing to take all this damage? I think I am. I mean, I could just go for the Intimidating Roar here. This intimidating roar really empowers the Fey Blade Twirler. He's already used one prismatic. He has a bunch of barriers though, so attacking with this is actually really risky anyways.
Death is like the wind.
Always by my side. I'm gonna play Yasuo.
In the name of our land.
Take the hit.
The dark beckons.
I'm gonna play Shadow Assassin.
For justice! For Demacia!
Some things never dull. And then there's you.
I should have attacked with the Shadow Assassin too. I derped. I mean, this is, I'm really telegraphing here. I should have attacked with this as well.
I stand ready. Demacia will prevail.
He does have a Rekindler now, but what Rekindler will allow me to do is go for the Intimidating Roar.
Then kindle anew.
An Intimidating Roar will empower my Fae to ridiculous levels. And I'm just 2 stuns away from being able to do that, yeah. And stop him from attacking as well. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, we're getting close to Mina Swiftfoot turn, so I could honestly just Arachnoid Sentry here. I have Will of Ionia though, so I can always attack here.
Pick on someone your own speed.
No, barrier play is like really annoying.
The order rewards
I'm gonna go with you.
faithful.
I want to keep the deny open, so I think I definitely do want to go for the Green Glade Lookout. That's a potential chump blocker.
Raise the banner. Lift our spirits.
Jesus
We
Christ.
stand strong.
This guy, okay, another Rekindler, so we definitely don't want to charge in. Yeah. And I forgot to change the board. I just realized we're playing like emo Yasuo, I guess. So here I gotta think for a second. So what do we do here? Could still have a shield.
They cannot hide.
I don't want to play into a shield.
What do these Yordle eyes see?
Night falls.
So I'm not gonna play into a shield. I gotta play around barriers, basically. Even though I have a Will of Ionia, this Will of Ionia is actually really important. This could be the turn to Mina. But at the same time, I want to make sure I Mina with deny backup. So I'm not gonna Mina this turn. I'm gonna Mina next turn. Just keep that in mind. Like, this Yasuo deck can really shine in these mid-rangey sorts of games, I think. Especially with so much deny backup, because I had all this in mind when I designed the deck, right? And I can also make Mina even cheaper.
One candle for every sun.
It's a very nice play, but it's also, you know, very expensive, right? I think what I can do here is I can clear you.
My time.
Kill that.
Ring their ranks!
Very happy he attacked.
I see you there.
It's too late for you. You cannot escape.
I could go for a Steel Tempest, but I think I can always hold on to this for later. No, though, to be fair, I think going for it now is...
It's too late for you.
I think this is actually a mistake. Having double deny backup is very important.
I follow only one path, my own.
Bring the others. Affirmative.
No. Our banner.
I'm gonna think, I'm gonna pass.
Stay resolute.
And now, let's go for it, baby.
Feet were made for roaming and kicking.
Set them up. We'll knock them down.
Back, you, go!
Here's our chance. Now who's got the upper hand?
For justice. For Demacia.
Some things never dull. Then there's you.
They cannot hide.
Hold fast.
Such a clumsy weapon.
With justice and honor.
The rain here is opinionated.
Demacia will prevail.
No, it won't. We set up lethal anyways with the Shadow Assassin. We have a Steel Tempest and double deny backup to protect against single combat. That's why deny is actually very strong with Yasuo. This is fantastic. This is actually fantastic. Like, bruh, you need to kill this.
I will try me.
Nothing personal, kid. Nothing personal. All business. En serio! 100% win rate, Yasuo deck confirmed. The haters will say, small sample size. Fake news. I had 100 games with this deck. Did not lose a single one. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow.